Hi everyone, and welcome to Monday Night Stamping. This is a place where we can come together to chat, connect, and unlock some wonderful paper crafting fun. Most of all, I love the community that's here, and so do make sure to, when you pop on, to say hello, to say where you're from, or maybe even say where you grew up, I guess is where I was trying to say. Not just where you're living now, but where you grew up. I grew up near the Pacific Ocean in a place called just out of White Rock, South Surrey. So it's south of Vancouver. If you think of the Pacific Ocean and the US border, that's the little corner of land that I grew up on. And then I moved to Alberta many years ago. My parents were originally from Alberta, and so I came back, and they just can't quite figure it out. So let me introduce myself. I'm Lillian from Stamper's Niche, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you from Alberta, Canada. And today's date is, believe it or not, March the 25th. It's almost the end of March. So I can't quite believe it. March came in like a lion here in where we live. So we thought it would go out like a lamb, but no, it's going out like a lion too. We had some nice weather in between, and now it's really quite cold out there. But it won't last long, right? So let's go down to my desktop, and as I'm doing that, why don't you tell me not only where you grew up, but when you craft, do you like to craft sitting down or standing up? What do you like? Which way do you like to do it? Sitting down or standing up? I used to always love to craft standing up, but then I developed some big time back issues years ago, and so I learned to craft largely sitting down now. I have to admit I do a little bit of both. I get up quite a bit, so there's no fear of me staying in one spot too long. So thanks everybody for saying hi. Just continue to say hi. Do you like to craft standing up or sitting down? Where did you grow up? Just share a little bit about yourself so that we can get to know you. Some of you know each other, so I know you'll be chatting back and forth. And believe it or not, this is my second Facebook Live today. My first Facebook Live was one of those impromptu ones, and it happened over in my group. So you will also find it on my YouTube channel. So I'm just going to share what that was in case you're interested. I made this little treat holder there, so it holds actually a whole double package of Dad's cookies, so it holds a substantial amount. So how I made it is I took this arch die from the Garden Meadows die set. It's one of the sets that you find on the online exclusives. So I took this one here and I cut two of them out and made a little box to put in between, and it goes together beautifully. So if you're interested in that, you can check out the video that I did earlier today. I was thinking after I made it, the chick I made last week would look really cute on here too. So there's another possibility, and here's something else that I made. So just check that out. It's I'll bring that link back in. That's it, or you can go to my YouTube channel and find it there as well. All right, so let's just go directly to, many of you realize already that this catalog is coming to an end. In fact, both the mini and the annual catalog are coming to an end. So there's what's called a last chance list, and that lists all the things that are going to be retiring, and if you want them, you need to get them now because they're going to disappear. And one of the things that I had in my stash that I haven't shown you, I've used it but not shown you, are this set of dies called Brilliant Backgrounds. Now let me just show you where to find it in the catalog. It's a bit of a sleeper in the catalog. I know when I first saw it, I thought, oh, I don't need it. So it's on page 162, Brilliant Backgrounds, and it has the 2 dies in it, and I'll show you those again in a little more detail. They are standalone, so they aren't designed to coordinate with any one stamp set or anything. So these are the 2 dies. They look like that in real life, but the real beauty of them, or the brilliance, I guess, of them, that's hence the name, Brilliant Backgrounds, is what they look like when you run them through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So this is one of them. It just makes the little stitch lines. It doesn't cut anything out. So it looks like that. And here's the other one. They make just fabulous background designs. How many of you didn't notice this in the catalog, or just kind of went, yeah, no, I don't need that one? How many of you got caught with that? Let me know that by giving a thumbs up, or yes, or I got caught, or something like that. So let me just show you. I'm going to show you this one first. I see some thumbs up, so I'm not the only one that kind of got caught. I'll have to tell you that I didn't pay any attention till I received a card with this in the background, and I went, wow, does that ever look neat? So then, you know, I had to go get them. So let me just show you one sample of this, and then we're going to concentrate on the other one. So remember, this is like that, but remember, those dies like this, they don't have to just go up and down, right? They can go sideways, diagonally. You can change them around to look however you want. So on this card here, this is this, and then I brought in, well, I'll just show you what I brought in. The basic borders, they have these different borders here, and I cut this one in vellum, and then I just sponged back and forth and all around and made the clouds. So I made this sky scene with that, and I didn't want to finish it because I wanted you to see how fabulous that looks. Who likes that? Anybody thinking this looks pretty good? I kind of did. So I made that. I don't have the balloon dies, but I have the balloon paper. So I cut out some of the balloons from the balloon paper, and they would look just brilliant. That's going to be my word of the night, brilliant. So don't they look great on there? And so then I could add a little bit of twine, oh, I don't know, maybe there, and some embellishments, and I would have a card that's got all kinds of interest in it, on it, pardon me. So that is one way of using those. I've seen them used on new baby cards with little animals, all kinds of things like that. So let's take a look at what we're going to do tonight. So we're going to actually use this one here. So all I did was I put this, and believe this white paper is 3.5 by 4 3/4, I think. Yeah, 3.5 by, and it just fits. Now I could have done it so it was going off the edges. That would look really neat too. But there it is like that. And I'm going to tonight bring in the card to begin with, because we're going to do a little bit of something different. So this is the card we are going to make right here. So it's got for you on it. I am needing a lot of thinking of you, for people going through tough times, sympathy cards, that kind of thing. I'm also needing lots of happy birthday cards. This I thought could go for any of them. So that's the card that I made, and we're casing this, but we're making a few changes. So we're going to start with this, and instead of putting white in this layer, we're going to, let me just bring in my envelope of goodies here. We are going to put boho blue. So we're actually going to fasten these two together. And I didn't do the tiny borders. I did the 1/4 1/4" borders, the regular size borders. So let's just glue that down right now and get that taken care of. So when you're gluing, I would suggest you don't put glue where the holes are. So just be a little strategic in glue placement. It doesn't have to be a work of art. That's all good, just like that. Oops, I'm not supposed to glue it down yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. I am going to just put that over there, and we will come back to that. Do you ever do that? That's when I put gluey things on my silicone mat. So we're going to stop for that. We're going to bring in this and build everything on here. So what I did here is I took some sprigs from, let me just bring it in, the Painted Lavender set. Now this Painted Lavender set is going to be in the new catalog, but it won't be as a bundle. So if you like to save 10%, order it before the new catalog. So we're going to take these 2 dies. Now this one here has fast become a favorite because when you look at it this way, you think, oh, so what is it? So this one, it cuts out 2 of the flowers at the same time. And then I like that little sprig. So we're going to cut 2 out. We're going to put them on here. I'm just going to bring my little mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine in because it does fit in the mini perfectly. Joan, you have back issues too? Yes, same here. So if I stand too much, it tells me that it's not happy with me for sure. I do stand when I'm doing my Facebook Lives, so I can get away with it for a little while, but not for a long time. So I'm going to just put this there, make sure they're all staying, and run it through. Like that. I just had somebody today buy the mini cut and emboss machine. They said they have the big one and they love it, but they think the mini would be perfect for when they have to craft on the go. And they are so right. There, we've got the pieces. Don't you just love how those pieces come out of there? Ah, love it. Makes me happy. Okay, so we're going to bring this in and we're going to build on here. So we can maybe pick up the pieces. So we're going to do our little flower arranging here. I know that I'm going to cut off a piece here. Can you see that there? So I'm not going to go there. I'm going to keep it more to the middle or maybe even a little bit more to the left. So this is what I did on this one here. Now, what do you think? Should we bring in a bit of white? We could substitute this like that, or we could do them all in white. Should we bring in some white or should we leave it all in the boho blue? What do you think? Bring in a bit of white or leave it all in the boho blue like we did here? All blue looks good to you? Okay, we'll go with that. We'll go with the all blue. So what I actually did is I put this here and built it on my silicone mat. Just a little bit where I was wanting to connect. I meant to put that a little bit lower, but that's okay, it'll work. And I will put a bit here. I'm going to add more afterwards, but I want to get my arrangement done first. So there we go. We've got it like that. Is that going to look good on there? I think that'll look just fine. So now I can flip it over and add just a few more dots of glue. I don't want to put too much because I want some of the branches to be flowing freely. Like that. And the words are going to help hold it down too. now I'm going to bring in that white piece that's all covered in glue. Lucky me. And I'm going to fasten it down here. I'm not using dimensionals. I'm going to put it right down. You certainly could use dimensionals if you wanted. So I'm gluing it down, and this is another nice time to use your silicone mat because these holes, some of the glue would be going right through, right? And then we're just going to pick this up and flip it over and snip that piece off like that. Now we can fasten it. I'm going to just reapply a bit of adhesive here. It's still sticky, but I've had it all over the place. So there we go. And we'll add it to the boho blue layer. And now you see this time we've got the blue poking through the holes. So it has that blue color there. And I'm going to put that on dimensionals. Where did my dimensionals go? I buried them. There we go. And put some dimensionals in the corners. And while I'm getting this ready, you'll notice on this one I used some silver twine from the Simply Elegant trim. It comes in package with silver and gold. This is retiring, so if you're like me and use a lot of it, you might want to stock up. So for the bow, should I use the silver or the gold twine, silver twine, or should I use, whoops, I just sent something flying. Should I use the silver or gold trim? Which would you like me to use? You tell me that while I am, oh, I didn't mention the name of the DSP. Thank you for asking. Time out. The DSP is called Poetic Expressions. And so this is the color, obviously, that I've been using. And then like that. So it's lovely, soft paper that just has kind of a little bit of a vintage or rustic look to it, but it just is really soft, and you really can't go far wrong with this paper at all. It is beautiful. So I saw votes for both twine and for the trim coming in, and I didn't see which was first. So maybe I'll use the trim, the silver trim, because I used the twine here, and then we can compare and decide which we like the best. How's that? Let's get some of this out of the way. I'm getting far too much stuff here. There we go. And I'm going to bring my card front in and fold it and burnish that fold. So this is just a regular card front. It was 5.5 by 8.5, scored in the middle at 4 1/4. And we'll just get the rest of these backings off, just about there. Move this up out of the way. And get this centered. I'm just going to rest it, hoping that I get it straight. If I just rest it, I can still reposition it. There we go. So just like that, we've got it. So already you can see the difference. So and you can be thinking about which one is drawing your eye. And I have this and I have this. Now I want, again, just the words for you, because I've got them mounted, because I need those kind of cards. And I took the For You from Sparkling Snowflakes. So even though this is a Christmas set, these words work beautifully here. So don't be afraid to use those. Look in some of those sets that you think are seasonal. Sometimes they have the perfect word. And does anybody know where this die piece came from? Anyone know what die set it came from. I happen to love this one. I've made cards with that before. It is from the Gorgeously Made. So it's this little die here. So that's where I got that from. So we've got For You, and we're going to put it on here. And I meant to leave those tabs up. Let me just see. Oh, we're going to be fine, I think. There we go. So I'm going to put the adhesive here. And the reason I kept For You over to the edge is I want the stems to come over this side, like that. So we've got it just like that. Do I have it straight? That's the, like that. And we need to put the little bow on. And I've got it already tied. I had the other one tied too, so don't be thinking I was trying to influence you. I could have gone either way. We'll put this on. So once you've made one of these, this is a really quick and easy card, and yet it's so, so pretty. And then for embellishments, I am going to bring in the Iridescent Rhinestone Basic Jewels. These two are retiring, and they are a favorite of mine because they pick up whatever color you tend to have. And these little bitty ones, they're from a kit I had one time, I think, but they match perfectly. So it's all good. So, oh, let's see. Let's put one here and maybe a little bit bigger one here. And we'll use the tinier ones over here. And just like that, we have this card. Karen, you love the Poetic Expressions DSP. You know what? It's not my usual colors. I tend to go for stronger colors, but it is such pretty paper, and it seems like every card I have seen made with it is one that I have really, really liked. So yes, I love it too. It's gorgeous paper. So let me get these little bits and pieces out of the way here. So who is looking at the brilliant background dies just a little bit differently? Who's looking at them differently? Now, I've got some more cards made with the Poetic Expression papers. And so for this one here, I flipped that paper over. Where did I put the paper? Here it is. I flipped that paper over to this side and made this card right here. And then I had to bring in something else. So then I made this, and you can see this is more of a tweedy color, and this is with the pretty peacock. So there you have the same card. So this would make a wonderful set of cards to gift somebody. So two of them I've used colored cardstock in the background, and two I've used basic white in the background. How big is the circle? Good question, Rhonda. So it's from the Stylish Shapes. And when it's the circle ones I'm using, I flip it over. So it is, if you start at the outside 1, 2, it's the third one in that circle. So that's the one there. So good question. So if you were punching it, so the circle is, let me just measure it, because if you were punching it, the circle is just a hair over 2 inches. So your 2-inch circle punch would work as well. So, or, you know, any circle punch. You can adjust things and you can switch out the sizes of your circles. I just happen to like it. And my goal was to showcase the background because I thought it was so pretty and that it would really show up. So I hope that helps. Just a heads up, you've been hearing, I know, that the prices of a lot of things are going up because it's costing more to make a lot of them. One of the things that's taking a pretty good, significant jump is what I meant to say, is our basic white cardstock. It is going up in price, as are the envelopes. So if you like to use those kinds of things, all cardstock is going up, that in particular. Some of the adhesives are going up, that kind of thing. So stock up now, and then you'll be able to save a little bit of money for a little bit. You'll notice here I brought in the white as well as the color, so I was trying to vary it up a little bit. So you've got different looks. This one here, and this one I did not put words on. I just thought I might use them for something different, and I could always tuck the words on afterwards or leave them as is. So I hope that is inspiring to you. Even if you didn't have that background, you could do something else in the background or leave it plain. But just the simplicity of the card, I think, really lends itself to lots of different occasions. Oh, I was going to share one more thing with you tonight, because there is going to be a price jump. My adhesive packets are also going to be going up in price. So I have 3 different adhesive packages. So in pouch A, for $64, you get all of these things, and then I include an adhesive remover from me and a pouch. And B, you have just a couple of things less, and then C, a couple of more things left. So I will be posting that, or you can find information. Whoops, that's the wrong one. You can find information at bit.ly/adhesivekit23. So you can find out more there, because they will be going up in price once the new catalog goes live. So just a little bit longer, and you can get, you want to see what's inside? So you can see you get, this is A, so you get the black dimensionals, regular dimensionals, mini dimensionals, tear and tape, seal, you get the multi-purpose liquid glue, the mini glue dots, your little adhesive eraser, and you get it all in this nice little pack. So that's just something else to think about. So let me know what you think about these cards. And we've got 4 different versions here. You can let me know which one you like, and I hope you try some of them. And when you do, please share them with us. We love to see what you make. So if you are watching on YouTube, please remember to hit that subscribe button and give the thumbs up. And if you were wanting any of these products and you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, reach out. I can definitely help you. All right, thanks, and enjoy the evening, and let's hope tomorrow's a warmer day. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.